Excluded youth a ticking time bomb for Kenya Kwanza. These are not my words, but this is a warning that Kang'ata is giving to Kenya Kwanza political leadership. The Murang'a senator is not new with this, and of course, every weekend, every Sunday, he pens probably another letter, Kang'ata Barua, or something to tell the political leadership. And excluding youth a ticking time bomb is an article that was published by Kang'ata. And there are two messages. There is a message he's sending, and I want you to look at that message. He says, first, Kenya needs to include all communities into nation building. It is important that all communities feel part of the beautiful country Kenya. Every Kenyan, notwithstanding his or her ethnicity, needs to be on the deck to harness economic opportunities. Communities can be dangerous if they feel excluded. This is Senator, this is Governor coming from Shareholder County. You know, Rigathi made us to believe those who voted for William Ruto are shareholders, especially from those regions, and they deserve the best seat. Number two, and he said that devolution needs to be strengthened as it is an important facet that boosts social and economic inclusivity. Secondly, Kang'ata is saying in this article, young people are usually dangerous in every society whenever they feel excluded. All revolutions in history have always been fueled by disgruntled youths. That explains why all historical great political leaders were young. Jesus was a youth aged 30 when he started preaching. I just wanted to get that. Those two messages, and coincidentally, there is a way really it plays out. Listen to Jack Wamboka, I think I've gotten the name right. He was explaining what happened just in the recently concluded KDF recruitment, and I think they also mentioned about the tribal inclusiveness in the just concluded exercise, and probably there was also one for Kerry. You may need to get that here.
Wale wamechukua jeshi. Ni aibu. Na mimi nataka habari ujumbe huu ufikie Rais William Ruto. Ni aibu kubwa sana. 30% wa Kikuyu. 30% wa Kalenjin. 10% wa Somalia ambayo ni jamii kidogo. 10%. Hiyo yote wengine wote Kenya mzima 30% Waluya wakiwa huko ndani. Sisi tumekuwa ile wanaita voting machine. Yaani kazi yenu ni kupiga kura, mtoe ushuru, waende wajipange. Muliona juzi wakarecruit KRA. 60%. Asilimia 60. Jamii ngapi? Kenya inabaki na hiyo ingine yote. Saa hii wanachukua walimu. Mtashangaa sana ile maneno yanaendelea. Wale wanachukua, naibu wa rais anachukua kama 2,000 napelekea watu wao barua. Yule mwingine hata huko kwetu bunge inapeanwa, wanapeana kama mchele kwa watu wao. Sisi yetu ikuwe kupiga kura na kulipa ushuru, hao wajiendeleze. Nataka kuambia Rais Ruto, mjinga akierevuka mwerevu yu mashakani.
Now, that is echoes of discontent. And that is what Kang'ata is saying here. It is very dangerous because that information is coming. Let me just do a reminder. Dangerous can be seen in the sense of maybe losing power, but that's not it. We're actually planting seeds of discord. After the 2002 general election, Actually, the 2002 general election was a government of national, not government of national unity, but it was a rainbow coalition that brought together almost all communities there. You know, the rainbow coalition had, of course, Kibaki was the president and was the presidential candidate. Raila Odinga was from the Luo land. It also brought on board Charity Ngilu. It brought on board almost everyone except Uhuru. And Uhuru was also, remember, Uhuru was a Kalenjin. Uhuru and Ruto were actually on the same side. So when they formed government, there was one thing that happened. It was a betrayal of, there are quite a number of betrayal aspects if you read the gap between, if you read political developments between 2002 to 2005. One was creation of the position of the PM, probably that was supposed to be go to Raila Odinga, that never happened. And of course, by around when they had 2005 an attempt to amend the constitution, when it didn't go through, and people were sacked from government. I think Raila Odinga had left even government then before the ministry, his ministerial position just before. So people had left, and when we were going to 2007 general election, Raila consolidated the Pentagon that brought Kibaki, that brought Ruto, Joseph Nyaga, I think Joe Nyaga. Pentagon had Raila, Ruto, Nyaga, Balala, Mudavadi. Pentagon 5. And then that was against the PNU, which was just Kibaki. And remember, the way the election was done, by that time there was a sense of Kibaki had excluded, or the leadership had been on Moi, then Kibaki, and there's a sense like there is an exclusion of the rest. So when things went bad after 2007 general election, you saw what happened in this country. So I think that is what I'm saying here, that the messages are already getting out, and political leadership is already telling people that, look here, we are not part of whatever is going on. So we need to tread very careful about this. Number 2, I want you to look at this video. This is a video of, there are only some 350 advertised positions in advertised positions for some KDF related job, I think at Embakasi, and over 7,000, over 10,000 youths stand up looking for those opportunities. And of course, the trend of huge queues being witnessed whenever there is a government recruitment is now something that is normal. If today you even want some 1,000 people and you tell people to come to Nyayo, if you just want to get crowds, then just tell them you need a job, you have a job and you need some 1,000, some 5,000 people, you're going to employ them. And so the employment is in Kasarani. I'm telling you, Kasarani has a capacity of 60,000. You said you want 5,000. I'm telling you, you will get 40,000 people filling Kasarani Stadium. Looking for those 5,000 positions. So what am I saying? What I'm saying here is we have a problem, and the joblessness, of course, it's not absolute. It's not a problem that absolutely government can solve once, even within first term, and it cannot be solved once. But again, you must create avenues of opening up the space. If you mean entrepreneurship, open up the space and make the environment friendly for, of course, even the youths to be able to do their own stuff. I've seen critics of Wi-Fi saying that Wi-Fi can only access via Facebook and Google, and it cannot be used for online writing. I think I saw some group of online writers complaining online about it. So that is what we are saying. So the fact that there is a problem of a sense of exclusion, and that is what Kang'ata is saying. If you don't listen to the two, the millions, the thousands of youths that are filling stadiums during recruitments, this number of young people are the same people that were idle during campaigns, and they took all their time to listen to everything you're saying because they saw hope. And so it is a very, very bad thing. However, I want us to pick what Kang'ata is saying goes against the shareholding story. that Rigathi speaks about. You may also want to know at this point that what Kang'ata is saying is the same as what Moses Kuria was saying in Nyandarua. Moses Kuria was saying in Nyandarua that we have to work with everyone. And so irrespective of whether you voted for Ruto or not, we are going to work with you. I think I need to get to that soundbite here.
Zindua huko Nyamira, Kakamega, Bugoma, Trans Nzoia. Na niko hapa Laikipia leo. Na kesho niko Migori, kesho kutwa niko Kisii, hiyo siku nyingine Alhamisi niko Siaya, na Ijumaa niko Vihiga. Hata wale hawatukupigia kura, I am building everywhere. Kwa sababu sitaki siku moja mtoto wangu aseme mimi ndio nilileta hiyo session paper na sasa yangu ya kubagua sehemu zingine za Kenya. Why? Because kila eneo ya Kenya hii ikichangia katika kikapu ya maendeleo.
Yes, that's what I said, that it does not matter whether you voted for Ruto or no. We have to work with everyone. So there seems to be a very consistent approach here, that those who want to detonate Rigathi have designed a weapon. And the weapon is just to go against him by telling him, look here, your whole story about shareholders is hogwash. This is what Kang'ata is saying in this article, and that's what Moses Kuria was talking about. Now, the GG should be very worried because the young tax from the mountain, or his competitors from the mountain, have really exposed him and he's very vulnerable for replacement. They can dethrone him for these two reasons. Rigathi is a status quo person and will want to incline himself and will want to prosper or get it through Ruto's shadow. And Ruto's shadow is not a guaranteed one, because if this is 1 year and already Kenyans are crying, if you are kind of a person that you will want to tell this country that you want to continue where Ruto left it, then you will actually be telling Kenyans that we want to continue the same way. So he's easily, so the fellows that are coming up with the new approach, and they can undo Rigathi because of that. Number two, I think the Rigathi has failed. I don't know whether it had failed, but it has become difficult to unite the mountain. It has been confined to Nyeri. Quite a number of times when Rigathi is taking a break from Nairobi to go to Mount Kenya, he's been spending more time in Nyeri. Not even in any other county. It's just Nyeri because Nyeri is home. But if he was someone who wanted to attract that clout, it will be there. I've even seen what's happening in Meru, and the people that are saying, no, don't protect Kawira, and has been locked out. And lastly, I think Rigathi has lost the youth appeal. They have actually lost it. That's the truth. And that's why they can be dethroned. The appeal for the youth, their vigor during campaigns that we are pro-youth is not commensurate to what the policies the government is advancing. And that's why I feel that the Kang'ata and Kurias stand a very strong chance. Thank you.